estimated 4.7 million people in the United States live with some form of alopecia. Today I sit here with Latina Benthall, who lives with alopecia. Latina, how old were you when you were first diagnosed with alopecia?
I was 12 years old when I first got diagnosed with alopecia.
What type of alopecia were you diagnosed with?
Universal. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I said,
It's fine.
Universal alopecia. That means total loss. No hair, nowhere, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no hair, nowhere.
Okay. At 10 years old, going through this, not knowing what's happening to you, your body changing, what were some of the symptoms or signs?
Well, it started out in small patches, bald spot patches. And my mom would comb my hair, and literally if the hair would be in the comb, she thought she was breaking my hair off. And I turned 12 years old, literally out of, when I woke up, no hair. It was gone. So she took me to doctors, specialists, when it first started, and they didn't have a clue of what it was. They thought it was ringworm and, other stuff, but they really didn't get a clear diagnosis when I went to Ohio, to a specialist in Ohio. They the ones got me diagnosed with alopecia.
Okay. What causes alopecia?
They said it's an autoimmune disease. It attacks the hair follicles. It stops it.
Okay. Is there any type of treatment that you're taking for alopecia?
No, it's no treatment. I mean, they had me on creams, steroid shots when I was younger, but that's about it. It's no really treatment because they don't know how to treat it.
Okay. If you could reach out to the world, what would you say to another 10-year-old that's currently undergoing or being diagnosed or have not been diagnosed with alopecia? What would you say to them?
I would say just trust in the Lord that, He knows best, and, you're special. I know it's hard because, it was hard for me because growing up with it, the kids, the bullying, I tried to commit suicide twice because two little girls chased me down the street to Phoebus High School up the hill to pull my wig off and stomp on it. So that later that night I went home to try to slice myself, try to kill myself. And my mom, she found me. She was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Ma, I can't live no more." I said, "People, don't want to be around me. They think I'm weird. They call me wiggy, and all this. And I just don't want to live, And so, long story short, my mom was my biggest support other than God. She took me out to the graveyard, and she was like, "You want to be out here?" And it was pitch midnight, cold. She was like, "You want to be out here in this graveyard? You want to die. You cannot, listen to these kids out here. God made you for a reason." So, that time, I woke up, and she kept me in church. So,
Okay.
yeah, but it was still hard. It's still hard living with it when I'm 40 years old now and still no hair. Most people, when they get diagnosed with it, the hair do come back, but it comes out again. Mine's never came back since.
So you've been basically wearing a wig since between the age of 10 and 12 years old?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's amazing to me because I'm new to you know, the alopecia awareness.
Mm-hmm.
We actually went to high school together.
Yeah.
I'm a little older than you are, so we didn't
Yeah.
hang with the same circle, but I do remember seeing you in school. And I had no idea that you had this disease because I didn't know anything about it. So this is our chance, our time, to explain to the world, to brief them on alopecia awareness.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, I've submitted my article to the Daily Press with my picture, and it was in the paper July 18th. A good size, you know, article, and I'm real proud because I wanted, you know, the world to know that this disease is out there, and it's been hidden, you know. It's not really a big awareness that it needs to be. So, you know, some people can find research to find a cure.
Because I'm quite sure a lot of people, as well as myself, just assume that when they see someone
that I have
hair,
cancer,
that you have cancer
yes,
or some form of
I get that all the
leukemia.
time. Yes.
Yes.
Lupus and yes.
Okay. And, you know, woman to woman, we live in this world that is obsessed with hair.
Yes.
We do. I mean,
yes.
From the time we're a little girl to wearing our little pigtails to, you know, entering into school, that's all we think about is
hair.
It's hair.
That's right.
So
but we as women got to know that we're not hair.
Exactly. Exactly.
We are not hair.
Hair does not make us.
That's right.
And that's something that we definitely need to let the younger girls
and
boys
yes.
know that are living with alopecia, that's going through this, and they don't know any better.
Yes, because my son, he's 21 now, but he got a spot when he was 7 years old, and I was praying. I was like, Lord, I just don't want none of my kids to go through what I did. So I took him to the doctor, and he got the steroid shots. It worked for him. It grew back.
Okay.
He says now it comes every now and then, but, you know, they said mostly when you stress, you know, that could attack it too.
Okay.
So, but normally they say men carry a little alopecia to hair. You know, that's why they have the baldness in the middle.
Okay.
So it's normally a sign in men, but women, it's different.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you said that your son has, he's formed the patches.
Yeah.
Is alopecia, is it like something that you can
Hereditary?
inherit? Yes.
They said you could,
okay.
but really they didn't know with me because I also was adopted, so I don't know my real parents.
Okay.
So I don't know, you know, in the bloodline, you know, who had it, you know, in my real parents. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you your opportunity to, you know, reach out to the world and tell a brief story, to speak out to someone. This is your time to speak out to the world about living with alopecia.
Living with alopecia is hard. It really is. I mean, like you said earlier, you know, that's all women are concerned about is if our hair looks right or, you know, just hair in general. But, you know, and now, I mean, as I am a grown woman, I still have problems, self-esteem problems. I was depressed, you know, taking medication. Thank God I'm relieved from that. But, you know, the little things like sweating off my eyebrows, that's, you know, that's self-conscious, you know. I'm like, just the other day, my boss looking at me, and I didn't even know my eyebrows was sweat off until I looked in the mirror, and I was like, wow. I'm talking to him, my eyebrows, you know, sweat off like that. Those are things that, you know, I go through. You know, if I didn't have Jesus Christ in my life, you know, and the strength, you know, that I have, if it weren't for him. And the kids now that has it, just keep your head up. And, you know, if somebody say something mean to you, I mean, tell someone. I mean, don't, you know, try to commit suicide like I tried, you know. It's, you know, and the people that's out there that want to be bullying somebody, just ask the person. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, you know, what's wrong instead of, you know, bullying on that person.
It was a pleasure sitting here meeting with you. I am a little more aware of the alopecia now. Would you like to give your name and your email address if someone would like to contact you?
Sure, yeah, because I have a support group starting on September the 22nd at 317 Rip Rap Road, which I'm beginning to start an organization, Beautiful Bald Women, for adult women, because me being experienced, I want to help others. So if you could come out that day between 12 and 3. Also, my email address is latina.sethman@yahoo.com. My phone number is 757-254-9729. You can call me anytime. Okay, yes, the BKO Kids organization are starting to sell fundraising calendars. We just did a photo shoot, so please help us support the funding of finding a cure. And also, I just want to take this time to say, you know, to the kids that's growing up with alopecia, know that you are someone. Just because, you know, you have this disease, that you are someone. You are special. And look at me. I mean, I work for the city of Hampton. I got my own business, own cleaners business called Spotless as Latina. So you can live, I mean, with alopecia. I know it's hard, but you can come out of it, because I did.